travels, movies, and celebrities with Scott and Kristin. Swish Edition, it's where we all go. For pop culture silliness from coast to coast. It's where we belong. SwishEdition.com. SwishEdition.com.
Hi, Kristin.
Hi, Scott.
It's Wednesday. And
It's
guess
Wednesday.
what?
What?
It's October 1st. This is my favorite month of the entire year.
I love October.
I just love it so much. I love everything about it. I love the colors. I love that we're going to start wearing long sleeve shirts soon. I know you've probably already done that. I have not. I still have my bare arms out because it's going to be in the 90s today.
Yikes.
But soon.
Yeah, it's the beginning of fall. Halloween is coming. Also, my wedding anniversary happens to be the 2nd of October.
That's tomorrow.
It is.
I sent you nothing. Nothing plus nothing equals nothing.
Yeah. That's fine. Our marriage will be of legal drinking age tomorrow. It'll be
21 years. I remember where I was 21 years ago today and tomorrow. Yep. There for your wedding. That was fun. It was fun. On the peninsula. What town, what city did you get married in?
Dear. We got married in Churchland, Virginia, and our reception was in Williamsburg.
In Kings Mill. I remember.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, I have if you don't mind me changing the subject, I have a little update. When we talked, I don't know if it was yesterday or Monday, I talked about going to the football game on this past Sunday with my mom and dad. I forgot to mention that Earth, Wind, and Fire was there, and they were the halftime show.
I love
How cool is that?
That's very cool.
It was so cool. And of course, I didn't see it with my own eyes because I was in line to get a drink.
What?
Nobody told me they were coming. Nobody told me they were coming.
And they played for like 3 seconds because it's halftime. So you missed the whole thing.
I think they did like a, what do you call it when you do
a medley?
A medley of all their hits. Yeah. Maybe they performed for 10 minutes. Maybe not even. Maybe it was 8. But I watched the whole thing on TV. I mean, there was a TV right above the bar where I was waiting for I wasn't going to miss getting a drink.
Of course not. God forbid.
It was super fun. So I got a picture. I sent you the picture that I took on the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they don't show that at home because they do the only halftime show is the Super Bowl, right?
That's right.
Also, behind us in one of the suites, I saw Guy Fieri from Food Network. You know him with the spiky
diners, drive-ins, and dives, dude.
Yeah. So, and they put him on the big jumbo screen, and Roger Staubach was there too, I believe.
Cool.
He's somebody, right? He's some football guy. I recognize the name. Yeah.
Some sports guy.
Anyway, Dale's trying to get tickets to go, not this Sunday, but the next one. So they're playing the Titans. So we'll see if
Titans.
Yeah, we'll see if that happens or not.
Cool.
So, all right, I'll shut up.
Football. I love some football. Here's a sad one. Did you hear this? I heard this yesterday. Breaking news. Country singer Keith Urban and actress Nicole Kidman are splitting after 19 years of marriage. Almost as long as me and Rob.
That's sad.
Nicole Kidman filed papers in Nashville, Tennessee, citing irreconcilable differences. They have 2 daughters together. Of course, Nicole Kidman was previously married to Tom Cruise before Katie, what's her name?
Katie Holmes.
Katie Holmes, yeah. And Nicole and Tom Cruise were together for over 10 years, I think. And they have 2 now adult children together.
That they adopted. They adopted. Yeah.
That's right. I don't know why
Did Nicole have the 2 daughters with Keith Urban, or did they adopt?
I believe they had them via a surrogate.
She's never been pregnant.
I don't think so. No, I mean, I don't know.
This
doesn't matter.
She doesn't
matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
We don't need to qualify the status of how their children came into the world. They have children. That's really the only thing that matters.
Jesus Lord.
It's sad to me because Nicole and Keith Urban always seemed very genuine.
They seem so good together.
They did. They didn't
Yeah.
seem like they were putting their relationship on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They just seemed very natural together. So it makes me sad.
That's sad. The thing that I always thought about when I thought about them was the fact that, they obviously are both Australian. They spend a lot of time in Australia, but they also spend most of their working time in the United States. And I was just thinking, all that back and forth and back and I hate long airplane rides. I
Well, and
cannot
that is a
imagine flying.
wickedly long flight.
I know. Can you imagine? And I assume even Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman don't have private jet money. They're probably not flying back and forth private. They're probably flying commercial if they're going that far. I suspect.
Horrendous.
Sucks. I know. I would hate doing that. Ugh, yuck.
Yes,
I don't even want to go to Australia. I've seen pictures. That's good enough. It's good enough. It's just too far. Unless I go on a boat someday, that would be fine. I'd go on a mega around the world cruise or something. After we don't have dogs.
I couldn't be on a boat for that long. No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Better than flying. I
don't know. I don't need to be on a boat for that long.
Look at that picture behind you. It's a snowy scene.
Oh, it's the screensaver on our
TV. It looks like my street in Washington, D.C. That's exactly what my street looked like when it snowed.
Pretty.
I have some breaking television news, if you would like. It was just announced the other day that Mid-Century Modern is not going to get picked up by Hulu. They're not getting a second year. And that just makes me so sad because the show was so good and it was so funny. And
this is where I usually say never saw it, never had any desire. But actually, this time I will say I haven't seen it, but it's on my list. Like I keep meaning to watch some of it.
I think you'd enjoy it. It basically it's Nathan Lane, Matt Bomer, Nathan Lee Graham, and Linda Lavin was in it for a while. It's basically the gay version of the Golden Girls,
right?
A bunch of gay guys in their middle. I wouldn't say middle age, but maybe Matt Bomer's middle age. But I think Nathan Lane and Nathan Lee Graham are pretty much in their 60s. Or they're older than middle age. And then
we're not middle age anymore. We're old.
Now, Linda Lavin played Nathan Lane's mother on the show, so it kind of rounded out that same Golden Girls type situation. Even though the producer, co-creator Max Muchnick, he said that and Golden Girls never entered my mind, and I'm like, yeah, right, bullshit.
Come on.
Yeah. Of course, Lavin died in December of last year. She had completed 7 of the 10 episodes before she died, and it was quite tragic. But how they stopped and rewrote episode 8 and wrote it about the character dying.
Wow.
And Nathan Lane or the producer, I don't remember who got permission, but talked to Linda Lavin's husband and found out what happened to her, exactly what the story was, and got permission to use that story as what happened to Linda Lavin's character on the show. So as they described what happened to her, Nathan Lane's character was driving her to the hospital and she just died on the way. And that's exactly what happened with Linda Lavin. So they just kind of, used that story for the sitcom.
Good Lord.
Yeah, quite tragic. I loved her so much. I saw her in a Broadway show once. I, of course, loved her sitcom Alice. I just thought she was amazing. And she popped up in all kinds of movies and TV shows over the years. Yeah.
She was in that recent Netflix, I think, show with Everyone Loves Raymond guy and Lisa Kudrow. What the heck was the name of that show?
Yeah, I had that on my list too. It was about someone trying to sell a house or something.
That's sort of incidental to the main plot. But yes. Yeah, and Linda Lavin played like the nosy neighbor or something. She was in a couple episodes. Yeah.
I still want to watch that because I love Raymond. And
it was good.
So I'll check that out. And I love Lisa Kudrow, obviously. Other TV news, excited about this. Apple TV Plus's one-camera comedy series Loot returns for season 3 in just about 2 weeks on October 15th. Super excited. Have you ever seen that show?
No.
Oh my gosh, you would love it. It's so over the top crazy. She plays a divorcee who got a $87 billion divorce settlement from her very, very rich husband. And she sets up a philanthropic organization. And it's all about how they give the money away and who they give it to. It's kind of fun. Maya Rudolph plays the main character. Nat Faxon's in it. Joel Kim Booster plays her assistant. Adam Scott plays her ex-husband. It's fun. It's just super silly and really, really fun.
Doesn't appeal to me. It looks way too slapsticky for me, but
it's not.
I'm sure it's
done. Not slapstick in any way. It's a little silly and over the top, but it's not. People don't fall down.
It doesn't look like my cup of tea. Let's just say that.
Well, you're a dumbass, so that's fine.
Whatever.
Why don't you tell another story?
I'm going to tell you another story that burns me up. This makes me so angry.
Please.
Holy Toledo. So, Scott, there's a firestorm brewing in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Because AI actress Tilly Norward wants to be represented by a talent agency. And yes, you heard that correctly. I said AI actress, which is not a thing. That's not a thing. There's no such thing as an AI actress. This makes me furious. AI talent studio Zakochia, I don't know how they pronounce their name, is in talks with a number of talent agencies to represent the first ever AI actress, Tilly Norwood. So SAG-AFTRA, which of course is Hollywood's union that represents real life in the flesh actors and actresses, has a real problem with this, as they should. Quote, SAG-AFTRA believes creativity is and should remain human-centered. The union is opposed to the replacement of human performers by synthetics, the guild said in a statement. To be clear, continuing to quote, to be clear, Tilly Norwood is not an actor. It's a character generated by a computer program that was trained on the work of countless human professional performers. Human would be my insertion to this quote. Without permission, without compensation, it has no life experiences to draw from, no emotion. And from what we've seen, audiences are not interested in watching computer-generated content, which is untethered from the human experience. I could not agree with this more. Yeah. However, on the flip side, Tilly's creators have said, quote, I see AI not as a replacement for people, but as a new tool, a new paintbrush. Just as animation, puppetry, or CGI opened fresh possibilities without taking away from live acting, AI offers another way to imagine and build stories. I'm an actor myself, and nothing, certainly not an AI character, can take away the craft or joy of human performance. And I don't know if you're going to put this on the screen, but there's a AI generated picture of this fresh-faced young girl who doesn't exist. She does not exist. This is preposterous.
This is the direction we're going in with it. We're going in so many directions with AI that just scares the crap out of me. You know, like Salesforce laying off 11,000 people because they don't need them anymore because computers can do their jobs. And so many, I mean, almost every day I read an article like that about people getting replaced because AI is making their job obsolete. It scares me. It really scares me. Once the AI is everywhere and computers and robots are doing everything, what exactly are we going to do for money? And if we don't have any money to spend, the big companies are going to go away because they won't be able to afford to make things for us because we can't buy them. It's just scary. It scares the hell out of me. I think we should shut it down, shut the whole damn thing down and
the world.
Be done with it. Be done with it.
It is very frightening. But the idea of having something generated by AI represented by a union is just dumb and stupid.
It's just so stupid. And hopefully every talent agency in Hollywood will say no to this and say,
go take a leap. Yeah.
Go take a look. We also don't represent Papa Smurf because he is a cartoon character. Okay.
Right. Exactly. Is Bugs Bunny part of your union? So dumb.
Switching gears, I want to talk about McDonald's for a minute because I actually think I'm going to go get McDonald's for lunch today. I know it's not good for me, but guess what? I don't give a shit. I want it. I want it every now and then. But McDonald's I can't get this today, but I can still go there. After a decade monopoly The
I love
Monopoly
it.
game is back at McDonald's starting on October 6th, which I guess that's next Monday. Customers can start collecting pieces digitally. They're not going to be putting the little tiny paper pieces on the
On the
drinks or
cups.
on the thing of fries. You're going to be getting them digitally. So I think what you're going to do is you have to download the McDonald's app,
I'm sure. Yeah.
join the game on their app, and then I think there'll probably be a QR code on the box of fries or on your medium drink, and then you add it to your digitally right on your phone. I think it's really fun. You're going to get them on French fries, drinks, and nugget boxes. You'll be scanning it into your app. Prizes include 1 million American Airlines miles, which would be great to have, a brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee, and $1 million in cash.
Fun.
Which is fun. $1 million in cash is really only $600,000, but it's nice of them.
That's still a lot of money, Scott.
The game was famously introduced back in 1987, but was plagued with controversy
Sorry, I shouldn't interrupt
What?
you. Go ahead. I don't think it's great. I don't think you can say it's been plagued with controversy. I never heard any of this. Never heard one bit of controversy about
huge.
McDonald's Monopoly game.
It was
never
huge. It was a documentary. Well, you're dumb. It was a documentary that aired on HBO in 2020 about the scandal. It was a huge scandal. Back in 2001, the FBI received a tip that several of the $1 million winners were actually related to each other. After investigating, the agency arrested 8 people for rigging the game by controlling the distribution of the high prize pieces in circulation. So, like the same person can't win multiple times. That would be very alarm bells would go off. But when one guy wins and then the next year, his mother-in-law wins, then that's how it happened. They built McDonald's for more than $20 million over the course of several years. Yeah. Anyway, McDonald's is doing this because they want more app users. This forces you to download their app, which I have on my phone. They now have 185 million users of their app, but they want more. So that's fair.
So this might get me to use the app. I also have the app on my phone. There was a time when Max was obsessed with McDonald's and it was all he wanted, and he's gotten away from it. So I can't even think of the last time we went there. But in the height, probably last year when he wanted to go there all the time, I tried to use the app and I would try to order ahead via the app and then pick it up. I don't know if this is across all McDonald's, but it was very irritating because you would place the order and they would say, "Great, we got your order, but we're not going to start making it until you get here." And so then I'd have to go and sit in their parking lot, which was a pain in the ass. It was that was a waste of my time. So I was like, well, I'm not using your app anymore because that's dumb.
Well, they do that because so many people would order stuff and then never come to get it.
Okay, so they got their money. Then they can just put it in the trash or give it to needy people. I don't know. That's not my problem. I'm not going to use your app if I'm still going to have to stand there and wait for my food. That defeats the purpose.
I've never had to wait. I guess you're doing something wrong because what I do is we order at home. The McDonald's is literally less than 5 minutes away from our house. I order it, and when I'm at the light, which is about, I don't know, a couple miles before. Not a couple miles, like just across the street. I when I'm sitting at the light, I say I'm here, and then by the time I get there and I go through drive-through, it's ready.
That's not been my.
Well, then you should file a complaint with the McDonald's. With Ronald, call up Ronald and let him know.
Call up Ronald and give him a piece of my mind. Yeah. So, but because every other app that I use, like we go to Starbucks a lot. And I place the order. We've been going there so often. I know exactly how long it's going to take them depending on what time we go. And I time it so that we can walk right in and pick up our hot coffee, right?
Exactly.
That's what I want at McDonald's. And but this I loved. I used to love the Monopoly game, and it makes me a little sad that I remember peeling the little pieces off of the
and sticking them off of
the side of the cup, and you had to do it quickly, otherwise the condensation would make them super soggy. And I remember having like a little sandwich bag in my purse where I would put the pieces to collect them. That was such a fun game.
Fun. Yeah, well, I'm glad it's coming back.
Me too.
All right. Well, I guess if you want to play along, you'll have to go there, and we'll all get fat because we'll be going trying to win $1 million or Grand Cherokee, which I'd sell. I'm a Ford guy. No, that's not true. We've owned a Jeep before. I like them. Anyway, Kristin has a story about her Volkswagen, but we're going to talk about it tomorrow. How about that? How's that for a tease? Was that a good tease?
Yeah, because it's so scintillating, my Volkswagen story.
We have lots of stuff. We have some Taco Bell news coming up later this week. So excited about that too.
Good.
Yeah. All right, well, Kristin, I will talk to you tomorrow on your anniversary.
All right.
You spend your anniversary with me. How about that?
Why not? Okay, bye.
I love you. Bye.
The Swish Edition is a production of Bethwick Media, LLC. Learn more about the show at swishedition.com. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast app or site. But only if you like us.